and welcome to 5 Minutes or More with the Script Mentor. I am the Script Mentor and your host, Gino Scala. Today we're going to touch bases on promoting oneself and your latest project. Now, recently on one of the social media sites where I do quite a bit of marketing for both the Script Mentor and the 20-Day Screenplay video series, I came across a screenwriter who was heavily promoting his latest project. Now, it was still in the screenwriting stage. He was advising everybody he was into his first rewrite, and he was very excited about the project, and I loved his enthusiasm. And he posted a conceptual art piece for his poster art, which was very good. I enjoyed it. It was very colorful. Thought it was eye-catching, and it seemed to have a great title, and in a exciting genre. I told him how much I enjoyed the poster art, and it looked good. And as he was speaking about how much work he's put into this screenplay, it was almost a daily post of his, not only about the amount of work, but how proud he was, and etc. And I was happy for him. He was very enthusiastic and so forth. And I don't like to dash anybody's hopes, but I did offer to read the screenplay once he was done. Well, he didn't request notes. I didn't offer notes. That's something, I would be paid for. I didn't break it down. I didn't do a screenplay analysis or anything of that nature. I simply read it to get an idea of his writing, as well as the story. And when I read it, I realized that this particular writer had never learned the basics of screenwriting. Now, the problem with that is, again, you're dealing with a produced screenplay from a produced screenwriter, professional screenwriter, and the scripts that are posted online are what they call shooting scripts, or the final script copy. A shooting screenplay is far different than a finished spec screenplay. And this screenwriter wasn't aware of that, or it didn't look as if he was aware of this. I mean, the script didn't even open up with fade in. It had no entry whatsoever. There were other telltale signs of not knowing exactly how to write a screenplay. There was a space or a line for title and credits. You just don't do it that way. So it's a highly unprofessional screenplay. I thought the concept was okay. His storytelling is good. Well, he asked for my feedback, and of course, I gave it to him. It's always difficult because I always know their reaction. And I told him that he had good storytelling skills. I thought it was a good idea. Couldn't necessarily tell if it was a drama, action, or a comedy because it had many silly, goofy, comedic lines in a screenplay of a very serious topic. So it was hard to nail down the genre. But the biggest problem with this is just it ignored all the basic rules of formatting. And it's not because he ignored them by choice, it's because he didn't know them. I've been successful in getting many people produced. One is now an executive producer, one of my clients, is an executive producer at 21st Century Fox. And that was as a result of working with her on her screenplay and getting it sold to them. So, under the belief that he had a solid foundation in screenwriting, but clearly he does not. And that was my note to him. You need to learn the screenwriting craft. Now, how do you do that? Well, first, you see the book back there, Screenwriter's Bible. You get that. You also get Final Draft software. Once you have those two musts, now you want to learn how to write a screenplay. And that's where I come in. I'm currently mentoring over 500 screenwriters. I've taken them from not knowing how to write the first master scene heading to writing completed screenplays that go on and win competitions, that get optioned, get sold, and get produced. So, now those 500 or so that have paid for lifetime membership with the Script Mentor, which means that I'll work with them on any screenplay at any time. There are many members that go from one screenplay to the next to the next. I could easily see the improvement from screenplay to screenplay, and my involvement becomes less and less. That's the whole idea of the program. You start off with lifetime membership, and then as time goes on, you use us less and less, and then as a refresher, or you've come across something different, and you have a different question. So that's one place to learn the screenwriting craft. More importantly, it's you pay once and that's it. With these other places, a lot of screenwriting competitions will have a screenwriting team behind it, and they're looking for clients to work with. But you have to pay $150 each and every time you use them. They read your screenplay, give you notes. Let's say that's $300. Then you make the suggested changes and you send it to them. It's another $300. We work quite differently. One fee up front, and we're with you for the lifetime of your screenwriting career. And with that, we'll come to a close, and we hope to speak to you next time. Have a great day.